Greetings, my fellow Romans. Welcome to the channel, everybody, and thank you so much for tuning in. I'm your Emperor, the Godless Gamer. We're going to dive back into my Mare Nostrum campaign. This is the 23rd installment of Mare Nostrum, and it should be another fun one. At least I hope so. We're continuing our war against the Southern Empire today. I'm not sure how much longer the war is going to continue, because there's not much that the Southern Empire has that I'm trying to take from them. The Southern Empire doesn't really have a lot of pieces of Mare Nostrum, which is what I'm trying to build right now. But they do have one important city, and that's Danustica. It's the last city that's officially a part of Mare Nostrum. It's one of the most important cities, you could say, because Danustica is this game's version of Constantinople, and of course I have to have Constantinople. If we're treating this as the Mediterranean, this is Constantinople. So the Romans need to own Constantinople, so we're going to go and take that first. We might get a peace agreement or two from the Southern Empire while I'm trying to take this. Or not an agreement, just an envoy trying to get a peace agreement with us. And we're going to keep declining them. I'm going to drag this war out until I take Danustica. I just don't want to run the risk of the Asrai, who is also fighting the Southern Empire. I just don't want to run the risk of them taking this. This is the jewel that the Southern Empire still owns. So I'm going to get my butt over here and try to take it. As we're traveling over here, I just want to say to my viewers and to my subscribers, thank you so much. I'm closing in on 3,000 subscribers, which is a really big milestone for me. It's going to be such a cool thing to reach 3,000. So everybody who's watching, if you're not already subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate that. Thank you for helping me grow the channel. I'm glad to see that people are enjoying this series, and it's getting some of you to subscribe. That's a really good thing. This person's not running away from me. I might attack them. This is the leader. This is the leader of the Southern Empire, Ukasios. And he's not running away. There's only 900 defenders in Danustica, so if I don't take that many losses here, we can take Danustica. And then if I take him out now, that's 254 men that won't build a huge army to reinforce the city while I'm trying to take it. So yeah, we're gonna attack this idiot. I'll do it manually just to minimize the losses. It's not like a super exciting battle that we get to start the episode with, but it's a battle, okay? I would have been a fool not to attack this guy. This is the leader. It's gonna make it more likely that the Southern Empire is gonna want to negotiate a peace after we take Danustica. So yeah, thanks again, everybody. Thanks to all my subs. Closing in on 3,000. We're less than 100 away. I'm not going to utilize my cavalry in this battle because I don't need to. Can't forget to turn the music back on.
Soldiers! Get moving!
Just extending the line a little bit because I can. Look at that, who's out on by himself. Is that Arthur? He's just in the front lines, taking the world on. It's because you're the leader of the horse archers and I didn't move them. I didn't give them command. Did I not turn the music up? No, I did. Oh my god! Look at all the deaths that they just got all at the same time right there. Holy crap. I apologize that we're not getting music. I'm not understanding why we're not getting music. I'll tell my men to engage. I should have told them to engage. Now, it's not a guarantee that we're going to capture the leader. Is that him? Yep. And he just ran into the barn, and then all those javelins just... You're trapped, buddy. Oh, no, he could get out. Damn it. That slippery bastard. Good on him. Alright, he gave me the slip. Hopefully we still capture him anyway. "69 deaths. Why does this say Why does this say that we were fighting the Aserai? Or maybe we were defending... Were we defending an Aserai village? Maybe that's what it was. I'm sorry. Maybe we were defending an Aserai village and I didn't realize that. Oh, no, no. I don't want... no, reset. I don't want the troops. Unless there's a really good Imperial soldiers here. I'll take some of these cavalrymen. Like, I can still grow my party significantly. We have room for, like, almost 100 more men. So I will take some Imperials. Just none of the militia variants. We don't want militia. And then screw the Aserai soldiers. I'll take the prisoners because we're headed to a city to besiege it, and then I can just sell them once we take the city. So, yeah, we'll drag some prisoners around. We didn't capture Ukasios, unfortunately. We gave him a black eye, though. We humiliated him. Yes, it was an Aserai village that we defended. Another peace envoy. Nope. I'm not ready for it. No, we don't want that guy to reinforce it. We don't want any parties in here. I'll stand outside and wait. He'll leave eventually. Hopefully. Yep. See you later, sucker. 905 defenders. That's... I mean, I wish it was less, or I wish it was fewer, whatever the proper one is. I wish it was less. But that's still good. It's under 1,000, so I can handle this easily. We're about to kick things off here. I promise I wasn't trying to create these breaches. It's just what ended up happening. The trebuchets refused to shoot at anything other than the walls for like the longest time. So we ended up creating 2 breaches, but it doesn't really matter anyway. Because once this battle is over, I'm going to try to get a peace agreement with the Southern Empire. So there's nobody that I'm worried about attacking this city before I can get these repaired. So I'm just trying to see the silver lining in it. Because I wasn't trying to do it, but that's what ended up happening. They mustered a pathetic army to resist me, so they're not going to be able to stop me. But I do have some good news. The Aserai ended up failing in their attempt to take Odrisa Castle. So what I'm thinking is that we take Danustica, and then we can quickly get over to Odrisa Castle and take it. And just grab one more conquest from the Southern Empire. Like, let's keep in mind, I'm not trying to allow the Aserai to get any stronger than they already are, so that's one less castle for them to have. So we might get 2 conquests back to back. As long as I have enough forces after this battle is done to take it. But I mean, the Aserai, they had such a huge army attacking the castle, and they lost, which means that a huge chunk of the garrison of that castle has now been reduced. Ooh, I like this city. I like the positioning of the castle. It's well positioned. And I like the steadily ascending nature of the city. It just slowly ascends as you get deeper and deeper into the city, and then it culminates to the castle. I like that. So, ooh, that's a different kind of breach. That's a different kind of breach. Normally the breaches are just holes to the other side of the wall, like this one is right there. But this one's different. We could just immediately rush up that breach. I'm gonna try that. That's what my men seem to be doing. They're just going straight through the breaches. That's a lot harder to defend than just an open hole in the wall, because the open hole in the wall is effectively a choke point that it's still tough to get through the choke point. Whereas this one should be a lot easier. Oh my god, look at all those javelins going over our heads. And your son, Bjorn, immediately got taken out? Holy crap, that's so many javelins. That was badass looking. Oh my goodness, they stand no chance. That pretty much ends the battle. The battle is over now that we've made this breach. Just look how many men. It's just a wave of blue swarming into their city. Look at that. I'm just getting rid of my javelins into a target-rich environment. Just, let's try to help our men that are still struggling to get through this breach here. Just look how much easier it was to get through that other breach. I don't think I've ever seen a breach like that before. It must be unique to this city or this city's layout, because I've never seen that before. It would make this city really hard to defend if we were the defenders and the AI was attacking and they had that kind of breach. That would make things pretty tough for me. It would make the defense less straightforward. I've taken a little bit of damage in this. Get this guy backpedaling to his death. The streets are running red with Roman blood, which is not something I cherish. This is not a sight that I want to see. These are men that are dying unnecessarily. They could have joined my legions. Good Romans are dying needlessly. If they had just surrendered... They didn't give my mom her rightful land after Regia died. After Regia died, my wife should have been given all of these lands as part of her inheritance, but they forced us to take them by force. But my mom's dead, so my mom doesn't care anymore about this, but... Did I mention my mom died? If I didn't mention that, that did happen behind the scenes. My mom died. So all of our ties with the Southern Empire have broken. Because our grandma's dead, our mom's dead, we have no ties to the Southern Empire. But now, I guess that makes me, Popilius II, that makes me the legal inheritor of the Southern Empire's land. So these are my lands by right. Because they should have gone to my mom, and then her lands get passed down to me. So I'm just taking what's rightfully mine. This is a good chance for us to just kind of explore our new city, because this is Constantinople, so... A bunch of my legionaries leveled up. I'm just going to explore it a little bit more, please indulge me. I just want to walk up to the castle. All the grand staircases, the obelisks. I just love Imperial cities so damn much. Step aside, boys, I'm exploring. Poor guy.
We whipped the bastards!
Yes, we did. Oh my god, staircases, staircases, staircases. I can still hear the men. This city is growing on me a lot. I think this is now my favorite city. It's my favorite Roman settlement of all the settlements that we have, even though Artesia is my capital. Just a cool open courtyard. I'm very tempted to make this my new capital, just to switch our capital from Rome to Constantinople, and just do what the Byzantines did, or just do what the Roman Empire did, and after the Western Empire fell, Constantinople became the capital. But I don't think I'm going to do that. Artesia has been fully upgraded and stuff. This city might not be. It does have level 3 walls, but it might not be completely upgraded. We have to do a keep battle? Alright, we haven't done one of these in a while. Let's do a keep battle. I'll bring all of my companions who are still alive. All of my companions, except Bjorn's son, are still up. Nobody was downed in that battle. Thank you for warning me, game. I didn't realize that I could have got more men. Let's bring some of these cataphracts, and maybe we can get a couple of them up to elite cataphracts. And since the walls are level 3, it's the most impressive throne room in the entire game, in my opinion. The level 3 Roman throne rooms are the best ones. There's Vapor. Even though I haven't done it in a while, doing keep battles or keep assaults and like clearing out hideouts with your companion still is a good way to get them to improve their skills. Because that way you can focus on your companions and not have a bunch of generic soldiers getting in the way and getting all the kills. Hideouts and keep assaults allow your companions to do most of the damage, you know? There he is, the last defender. Oh, and Llewellyn took him out. Llewellyn who has an arrow in his neck and in the center of his back. Okay, I'll take all the prisoners because we're in the city. Let's not forget to sell stuff and sell our prisoners. I don't want to be dragging them around. Because now we just want to get a peace treaty with the Southern Empire. And I figured we'd travel to Batanian territory and use the peacetime in order to travel to Batanian lands so I can start recruiting some soldiers so I can get Llewellyn's son now. Because I don't want to forget him too. Everybody's getting really old. It's a very rich city. We can sell everything here. There's 41 grand. We're back over 6 million gold. We didn't capture any important prisoners. These are all just generic ones, so that's another 10 grand there. And check it out. Danustica is completely leveled up. That's great, because that means I don't have to spend a bunch of money trying to upgrade these things. It's already fully upgraded. We'll switch to festival and games. Now the only thing we need to manage is the garrison. And I don't manage the garrison from inside the city. We use improved garrisons for that. Villages from your fief of Policia, your fief of police have started going to a marsh on the road to Ethemisa to gather reeds for baskets. So, alright, I'm not reading all this. And subject you to all my stuttering. So improved garrisons, Danustica. No need to manage it. No need to throw money in here. We just need to do recruitment. Recruit from region. Crank this up to max. And that allows us to step away from the city without having to babysit it. So there's 455 defenders plus 52 wounded. My army is down to 805, but we have 82 wounded. So we'll get to just under 1,000 once all of my men have recovered. Alright, my son just came of age. Alright, vigor, endurance, social, and control. Not great, but that's what he got. Alright, is that everybody? Okay. Heading straight for Ordrisa Castle. Oh, you bastards. You bastards. No! The Maniolus clan was destroyed. A clan was destroyed. Interesting. Okay, please, please, Southern Empire, take out these Aserai. Please attack them and win. There's only 100 defenders in the castle, which means that pretty much the second they start the siege, they're gonna take it. And the Aserai army is continuing to get reinforcements, so... Oh, man. It looks like we're going to miss out on Ordrisa Castle, which just means that we're going to have to fight the Aserai for that. We won't get to take it. We missed our chance. Unless they decide to attack, I could delay that peace agreement for a little while longer. Maybe while the Aserai are assaulting the castle, they'll lose enough men that this army decides that they're weak enough to attack. We could get lucky, and that might happen. I'm not negotiating this peace until the fate of Ordrisa Castle has been decided. I'm just gonna get some food while I'm in Danustica. I'll just buy everything they have. That'll keep us fed for a long while. So 578, 563, 556, 549. Is it going to get low enough for the Southern Empire to attack? I won't get too close because I don't want to scare this army away. Nope, they let him take it. Okay. Unfortunate. I tried it. I had the right mindset. I just couldn't. I didn't get over there in time. So now we're at peace with the Southern Empire, which is good. So we took the important settlement. So what? The Aserai took a castle. It's a castle. It's not a city. So we got the real prize. Oh, there's no point in improving the cohesion. We can disband this army. We'll let my armies run free and go off and recruit for themselves while we get out onto the sea. We'll head back to Artisia, or we'll head back to... Yeah, we'll head back to Artisia, and then we'll go into Battanian territory. Even though Battanian territory is just completely collapsing, the Battanians will continue to exist as a culture because their settlements are still culturally Battanian, and we can still recruit Battanian soldiers, but the kingdom as an entity is about to fall. The Valandians have just been kicking ass over here. So don't look at me, Arthur. Don't look at me, Llewellyn. I haven't fought your people at all. I've never fought your people. So it's not my fault that they're collapsing. We're pulling into Artisia now. I decided to just make the trip and cut it out. Nothing happened on our way over here, so... We're pulling into Artisia now, and then we're going to go by foot into Battanian territory. Now, it's going to be a little tough to create your son, Llewellyn, at least currently, because we're not involved in any wars, and wars are what help me create companions. So right now, we're not involved in a war, but once we get a few Battanian soldiers, maybe we can get involved in a war. We'll take a look at diplomacy and see what we can get ourselves involved in here. Interesting. I can get my alliance with the Valandians again. Since I'm looking at it, let's do it. And then hopefully our alliance with the Aserai dissolves at some point, and then our next logical war is against them. But we got our Valandian alliance back. And now that I got that alliance, I'm probably not going to be able to do much more diplomatically. I can get a trade agreement with the Southern Empire. Alright, just to show that the Southern Empire, to show them that there's no hard feelings. That we are fellow Romans, and that I respect them, and I don't want to have to fight them. We'll get a trade agreement with them. Same with the Western Empire. I have no desire to fight the Western Empire, so we'll get a trade agreement with them. Wow, look how much diplomacy is opened up for us. Like, I can get a bunch of negotiated agreements with people now. Because we're getting so strong. So there we go. 2 alliances, a non-aggression pact, and a couple of trade agreements. Excellent. I didn't mean to go back out to sea. We need to go out by land. And I need to do some more recruiting. As you leave the village, a trader comes up to you and says the silver dinars that some of your men just gave him are polished iron. You can indeed see some specks of rust. He demands that you pay him in full. It's entirely possible that your men tried to pass off some false coinage, but the trader's evidence could equally easily have come from his own stock. I'm going to give my men the benefit of the doubt. My men are so rich, like, they've just been profiting from all this campaigning. They've just been getting loot and making a bunch of money. I don't believe that my men would have to stoop to using fake currency. Tell the merchant that once he accepts currency, it's his fault. Increase the reputation for being devious. Increase the reputation for being calculating. I do value calculating. Increase reputation for being honest, calculating, close-fisted. Decreasing the morale by 5 is irrelevant because we're not in an army anymore and morale is not super important. So you know what? We'll do this. Have your men turn out their pockets if there are any other tin coins. I thought it was iron. If there are any other tin coins there, assume that they are at fault. Alright, honest and calculating are good personality traits in my opinion, so I'll try to foster those. I still don't have a personality. My personality is still completely blank. Look at all these high-tier soldiers that I can recruit in Ortisian lands. Oh my god, that's such a nice thing to see. And I wouldn't be surprised if we visited Garantor Castle, its villages. It's just going to be a bunch of elite cataphracts or just regular cataphracts. Oh no, heavy horsemen. Alright, that's good enough. I need to leave some room for Britannian soldiers, but there's still some room left. This will be my last batch of recruits from Imperial stock. And we'll keep jacking up my cavalry formation, because my personal cavalry formation in my party, now that my army is broken up, my cavalry formation needs some work, so we'll keep recruiting those kinds of soldiers. I've been focusing a lot on the legionaries, so let's go back to getting some more Nautes. Because their javelins are still essential for my battle tactics. And I miss out on those with the legionaries, so... Yep. Let's head up to Britannian territory. We need to find your son now, Llewellyn. And now that we're not in an army, I can go back to letting the music play. Now, I'm not going to be spending too much time in Britannian territory, just so we can get some recruits. We're going to have to shift somewhere else and take a look at diplomacy again and see who we can pull ourselves into a war with. Now, we want to be recruiting from Britannian castle settlements, because I think that's where the noble troops are recruited. Because I don't want the regular, generic Britannian soldiers. We want the high-born soldiers, so yeah. We want to be recruiting around castles. Alright, the attached settlements are Ab Comer and Inveth, so we want to go here. So who is your son gonna have to prove himself against, Llewellyn? Which enemy is he gonna distinguish himself against? Because Bjorn's son distinguished himself against my fellow Romans. I'm just gonna go to the next Britannian castle that's the closest. So, Druimore Castle. Oh no, Lanaken Castle's closest. The attached settlements are Lanaken and Cantrek. This castle still has level 1 walls. Poor Britannians. I'm sure they've just been involved in so many wars that they haven't had the economy to upgrade their upgrade their castles. Since Britannian Highborn or Britannian Fian champions are just so freaking phenomenal, and they're like arguably the best archers in the entire game, I shouldn't have to recruit any more of them. That should be enough. So how many was that? So like just under 30 Britannian soldiers? That's plenty. And they're at low risk of dying because they're not normally on the front lines. They're archers, so I have them in the back behind the infantry. So they won't get involved in melee, which will reduce the odds that Those guys are going to die, and I'm going to have to go back to Batanian territory to recruit more soldiers. I think we're just fine. We'll fill up the rest with regular Imperials. And we'll get some more horse. Get some more cavalry. I think I want to get my wife pregnant one more time because I'm very tempted to drop her off to be the governor of Ortisia. But then again, if we do want to get her pregnant again, we could just always come back to Ortisia. But the thing about having her in my party is that I can level her up. While she's in my party, she's getting combat skills, she's leveling up, she's getting experience, and then I can assign those focus points that she unlocks, and I can assign those attribute points that she unlocks to the proper places. They don't necessarily have to be combat skills. So I want to prepare her to... What the hell is wrong with this guy's head? Oh no, he has a weapon behind his back. I'm sorry. I just thought he had like a big, a big arrow in his head. But yeah, now that my mom is gone, I'm very tempted to leave my wife here to be a governor, but she's not a really good governor yet. Let's get her pregnant one more time. And let's check diplomacy. What can we get involved in here? The only real options, since I have agreements with everybody else, the only real options would be the Nords, the Batanians, the Khuzaits, or the Northern Empire. I know how I said a couple of minutes ago that I never fought your people, Arthur and Llewellyn. I think now's the best time to fight them because they are collapsing, and it would be a good way to train up your son, Llewellyn. Unfortunately, it would be against your own against your own people. But this is the most... I'm in the area. I'm right outside Batanian territory, so it's convenient for me. None of my vassals support it, but who cares what they think? The Batanians are fighting the Western Empire. It would be a new, fresh enemy that we've never fought before, so it'll mix things up on the battlefield. Let's do it. None of my vassals want to do this, but they don't have a freaking choice. They have no armies, they only have one town, they only have one castle. We don't need to summon our Aserai allies. I feel like the Batanians just need to be put out of their misery. They're a wounded animal and they're just suffering. They need to be put out of their misery. Our war strategy will be defensive. I'm not even gonna call in the rest of my armies because the point of this war is not to... The point of the war is not to get any conquests or anything, so I don't need a massive army. The point of this is just to train up Llewellyn's son, and I guess just to help put the final nail in the coffin of the Batanians. And the game said that they didn't have any armies, which means that it's just a bunch of Aserai... I'm sorry, a bunch of Batanian lords that are running around all by themselves, so they'll all be easy targets. Which also negates my need to create a big army. So yeah, just don't take any offense, Llewellyn. You know I love you, Llewellyn, and you know I love you, Arthur. Don't take it personally. So yeah, there's just going to be a bunch of little armies like this running around, and we're going to have our hands full trying to catch them, because they are going to be faster than me. Is that a banjo? Do they play the banjo in Batania? Is the banjo a traditionally Celtic instrument? Like, I have no interest in helping these Western Empire villagers. I don't care. It's just that they're tying down these men right here. which gives me the ability to jump on them. I don't know, it's just, maybe the banjo is an instrument that, no, is a multicultural instrument. It's just that as an American, I think of, like, the South, and, like, I think of the American South when I hear it. So we're just gonna let those villagers go and kill themselves? Oh yeah, we want our archers in the front lines. We want our archers getting all the kills. So now that we're in Botanian territory, we're gonna be dealing with a lot of forest kind of terrain. They barely have any archers themselves, it's just infantry, so that's good. That means my archers have a lot of time to get a bunch of kills. I'll try to delay them. We don't have any Botanian VN champions in my army yet. We need to train them up to that level first. So this will serve as a good battle for that. Ouch. One of the weaknesses to the Botanians is they don't form a really good shield wall due to their shields. They have round shields. They have some kite shields in there, but that's because those are non-Botanian soldiers. Ooh, all the javelins come in. I'm willing to let the archers just get involved in melee. I say let them melee. They can take care of themselves. A lot of them are Palatine Guard, and Palatine Guard are half decent in melee. That guy just dropped. That was too easy. I'm just running around with my party. I'm not running around with a huge army, I'm just running around with my party. I should be using my spear. That's a skill I need to keep improving. Hey! Who got the 0.1% of the loot? Was it those villagers? The ones that we were fighting the battle to defend?
Call back your dogs.
I'm gonna just release these people. I'm just releasing them. They can go off and recreate another party that I can annihilate. And this will help me improve relations with some Botanian people.
I give up.
Not bad loot. It's not bad. I want to double check to make sure that my wife didn't get pregnant without me noticing, because that's entirely possible. Movement speed to parties called to your army. Influence required to call parties to your army. Minus 40% or minus 20% fortification bonus to enemies when troops are sent to confront the enemy. I'll do this one. I just want to double check to make sure that my wife is not pregnant. Nope, we're good. I can continue to risk her on the battlefield. She's not pregnant. Ooh. Here's a big battle that we can maybe get involved in. Oh no, it looks like the Western Empire is going to win this. We'll pick up the pieces of what's left if they lose. See, I can maybe deal with that. Yeah, I can maybe deal with that once the Western Empire loses this battle. That's a bunch of lords that we can capture and then release and improve their opinions. And let's improve the opinions of these two Western Empire nobles, too, if we come to their defense. Yep, we outnumber them by a significant margin. We'll be just fine. Just another good chance to keep leveling up our soldiers.
Rider, get moving! Forward! Move out!
I'll have my cavalry take out their cavalry, but everybody else is going to get taken out by my archers. We're going to send them in. Try not to linger too long with my cavalry over here. Let's move up our archers. Good, I want their cavalry to aggro on me so I can take them out.
Soldiers! Get moving! Soldiers! Forward!
Aaron, continuing to level up in your old age. When you really think about it, the Britannians in the Empire are, I feel like, are the most... That's a big rivalry. They're traditional enemies. Alright, hopefully some of my Britannian archers got a lot of kills there, because now it's down to melee. Trying to melt back into the trees? I don't think so. Too bad I haven't heard from Ari in a while, because I could create his son, but I just, unfortunately, Ari has gone AWOL. So I'm not in a rush to recreate his character. But if I wanted to, I could. Ooh, somebody died. Luckily, it wasn't somebody from mine. It was a Batanian lord died in battle. So we improved the opinion of somebody in the Western Empire. This is actually a great way to improve opinions of people that are your enemies now, but you don't want them to be your enemies forever. Like the situation we're in right now. Check it out. So, speeding up the destruction of the Batanians is actually getting the Batanians to like us more. It's so weird. It's when you really think about it.
Enough. I am your prisoner.
Hey, she kind of looks like my wife. It's because of the haircut. Still gonna ignore... I'll take this Imperial Cataphract as a soldier, but I'm gonna continue to ignore these prisoners. I'm sure I'm leaving money on the table, but I don't care. Who cares? We're over 7 million now. My Skjaldbreasters are still leveling up, because those men are still around from when I created Bjorn's son. I'll take the loot, though. Travel speed to throwing weapons. Where's the one that I can pierce through shields? This one right here. Javelins you throw can penetrate shields. This is the one that basically no matter what I hit with my javelin, even if it's a shield, it's like a guaranteed penetration and a guaranteed kill. So I want to get to that. But I'll take the travel speed to my throwing weapons. Alright, your son, Bjorn. And Bjorn himself, who's got to be 80 now. I just want to see. I'll go back to upgrading you. Oh, no, you're 79. You're still kind of dumb, according to your intelligence, so let's make you a little bit smarter in your old age. There's no point in throwing into anything else. All your combat skills are handled. Your scouting is already good, so there's not really much that I can improve here. Your bow is already good. You don't use spears. You do have a one-handed axe, though, so let's give you one-handed. I could raid a village, but that doesn't really serve my purposes. It would be too easy. And my men wouldn't get a ton of experience from it. Ideally, we can capture a bunch of lords after they get involved in a battle again. See, like this. I guess the Sturgians are fighting the Battanians too? Yeah. So the Battanians are just at war with everybody. Wow, check it out. In Battanian territory, I can catch a Battanian, even though we're in a forest. Their home territory, I can still outrun them. Or maybe not. I spoke too soon. Oh, no, I didn't, because once we got back into the woods... Let's do an auto-resolve for this one. Three deaths. They were all Imperials. Which I don't like, but it's good for my Battanians that I'm trying to level up. Whoops. I think I upgraded that guy incorrectly. Alright, none of my Battanian soldiers leveled up. Scale Warlord armor. It's worth a decent amount. If anybody's gonna get it, it's gonna be Llewellyn, but Llewellyn's not in my party anymore. Llewellyn, you're leading your own party, so I can't give you equipment. It's lighter, and you're trading 5 body armor for more armor in leg and arm protection. So you're netting more armor. And it goes with your boots. So I'm going to give this to you, Arthur. I'll pin your old armor, and if you comment, like, I'm leaving it up to you, but I'm just going to give you this for now. And if you want to go back to your old armor, that's totally fine. You have both options. Let me pin this armor too, just in case. But the new armor is better. See, that's more like it. That kind of music is more what I'm thinking. That's more of what I think of when I think of Battanians. Not banjos. Just a bunch of villagers, huge Sturgian army that's taking Cianon, one of the last things that the Battanians still hold on to. Alright, this is the last town that the Battanians owned, and it's about to get taken.
What do you want, stranger?
A legionary died. At least we're getting a ton of loot. And here's another bunch of idiots that they're fighting deserters, which is gonna tie them down. Let me catch them. Maybe.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been 5 seconds. I just captured this guy and released him, didn't I? I'm just recognized his painted face. Or maybe all of the soldiers in this guy's party have painted faces. Let's do this one manually. I already auto-resolved 2 in a row, so let's do this one manually. Hey, Llewellyn, what's she saying? Tell me in the comments. Exact translation. Weapons as melee. Damage to mounts with throwing weapons. Yeah, let's attack. Oh, did I not organize this? I've just completely neglected to organize this properly. Bjorn, you're under the command of... I know, you're commanding your son. I'm so sorry that I forgot to organize that properly. It resets every time you stop playing the game, so once you start playing again, you have to... They don't stay auto-assigned, you have to reset them once every time. I have to do that once every episode. Oh yeah, apparently it's raining and thundering with not a cloud in the sky. It's just a completely clear sky, and the rain is just coming from nowhere, apparently.
Troops! Forward! Soldiers! Move! Hear me!
Let's couch my lance for the first time in forever and see if it works out. See if I can aim this bad boy. Nope! It just gets me down to 50 HP, so that's why I never do that. I'm sorry. I never couch my lance. Of course, the one time where I'm just jokingly... Where I'm just kidding. Because you can't block while you're couching your lance. See, once you use your shield, it stops. So, couching your lance is just completely pointless, in my opinion. This is the same exact battlefield we just fought on.
Soldiers! Soldiers moving! Warriors! Move out!
They're in a loose formation, so I can't... Ooh, I got a kill, though. But it's going to be harder to get kills with my javelins. We'll save them for the engagement.
Forward! Soldiers! Move! Soldiers!
So it feels like we're fighting in Gaul. We're fighting the Gauls. archers can take care of themselves in melee. Ooh, some Vlandians in this Britannian army. You've been disarmed. It's like they appreciate that we're kicking their asses. They're like, thank you so much, man. You're such a good guy for kicking my ass. Alright, Britannian Hero, Britannian Highborn Warrior, Fian Champions. So there we go, 3 Fian Champions. That's 3 soldiers that could potentially be your son, Llewellyn. Oh, there's the banjo again. Like, I'm just imagining some cowboy, like, leaning up against a barn, chewing on a piece of straw. Like, that's what I saw in my head when I heard that. Or just like a scene from Red Dead Redemption. So yeah, there's no way that there's 853 defenders, but the Sturgians are no joke. We've never had to fight the Sturgians in a war. They've got really, really good infantry. Arguably some of the best infantry in the entire game. So they should have no problem during siege battles. That's kind of their forte, actually. Just settlement defenses or attacks. Just because their infantry is so badass. What they lack is cavalry. So the weakness of the Sturgians is like really, really good cavalry. They have some cavalry, but it takes a long time to create the cavalry. And they're just not... They're not cataphracts, and they're not... Oh, there we go. With the election of a new monarch and their objective complete, the Fen Uvain conspiracy of Britannia disbands. Does that mean they're all done? No? So their leader just died. Who's the new leader of the Britannians? Fenagon? Fenagan? 73? It's like every time they get caught, they just get annihilated. There's no one for me to fight. Llewellyn. No. Oh my god. I thought we could get to the end of this episode without somebody dying. Llewellyn, you just died. You're not with me. You were running your own party. So now it's even more important. Wow, Bjorn outlived Llewellyn too. I'm sorry, Llewellyn. And it sucks that we're fighting your people and you died while we're fighting your people here. But I'm glad that I'm now working towards creating your son, Llewellyn. But it was only a matter of time. It was only a matter of time. So, Llewellyn, you are the second one of my companions. May you rest in peace, my friend. You're the second one of my companions that's died.
Stop there.
Let's do this one manually. In honor of Llewellyn, and in honor of his his life and his service, I'm going to kill some of his people. It's interesting that I ended up creating Bjorn's son before he ended up dying, and I didn't create Llewellyn's son, and he died before that, so... Look, it's unpredictable. I can't predict when these people are gonna die. It's a complete crapshoot. I don't know. It's just totally random. I wish there was a way for you to predict a little bit better when your companions are gonna die. Like, you get some kind of notification, like I did when my dad was about to die. We got the notification and we were warned about it. I wish you would get that for your companions. I'm gonna take out my anger at the loss of Llewellyn. I need to kill some people. It's my therapy. Move my archers up just a teeny tiny bit more. I'm completely pin-cushioned. I have a bunch of javelins sticking out of me. Come on, Fian champions. Come on, Llewellyn's son. Make yourself known. Here's a Fian champion right here. He better get a bunch of kills. There's 2 champions right here. I have to figure out what I'm going to do for a thumbnail. I have so many options. I could do like a battle scene with the Empire. I could do a battle scene with the Britannians. We captured a new city, so I might do that. Since we took Constantinople. I think that's going to be my thumbnail. Ooh, the Britannian Fian champions, they're right in the front here. Let's hope they get some kills. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Maybe that guy did it. I'm going to do the same thing with you that I did with Bjorn, Llewellyn. If we get a Fian champion to distinguish himself, and I have multiple Fian champions that distinguish themselves, we're going to try to find the youngest person that we can get. I got Bjorn's son at 22. I'll reject anybody that's too much older than, like ideally somebody below 30. Somebody under 30 years old. Oh my god, look at all the arrows. How is he able to hold that shield up? Look at that, Llewellyn. The battle right after you die. Melodier the Sharpshooter. Okay, so Llewellyn, what were you? You were my surgeon for the longest time. Let's give you athletics. That's super important, no matter what you're gonna end up doing. Stewardship might be helpful for when I land this guy and he has land. Would make him a good governor. So if I invest into stewardship early, that would be good. Yeah, I think your combat skills can take care of themselves. Let's do that. I think that's the smartest thing. I don't even know if I'm going to keep this guy. Ideally, it is going to be your son, Because I would love your son to reveal himself right after you die. But if the guy ends up being like 40 years old, I'm obviously going to turn
I
him
give
down.
up.
Because if Bjorn gets a son that's in his 20s, Llewellyn, you get a son that's in your 20s. He kind of looks like you. Melody or the sharpshooter. He looks on the younger side. I don't see a lot of wrinkles on his face. I'm nervous to check his age. I'm really nervous to check his age because I feel like he's going to be too old. But we could get lucky. You never know. I have no problems upgrading VN champions because they're just so damn good. Alright, before we check his skills, let's check his age. Alright, moment of truth. Here we go. Llewellyn, let's check your son. He's 26, and he has a badass scar on his face. I like that. 26, man. Hell yeah. I hope you don't mind that your son is a ginger, Llewellyn, but 26 it is. Alright, did you give me a name for your son, Llewellyn? Bear with me. I have a notepad document that I've been messing with just to check. I need to check your check your names. Let's see. 5D producer Abrax. He gave me a ship name. Your son. Llewellyn, you did not give me a son. I have your build, longbow, two-handed, ship name, red dragon, son. I'm looking at something you can't see because it's not showing up on OBS, but I'm looking at a file here. Llewellyn, I don't think you gave me a son name. Maybe you did, I just didn't miss it. But that's okay. We're nearing the end of this episode. So, Llewellyn, I know you're a regular viewer. You watch these episodes as they come out. So you can respond and tell me what you want your son's name to be. Maybe you did give it to me in the past and I just forgot it. And if that is the case, I apologize. You know by now that my memory is absolute shit. So Llewellyn, we found your son. So the second generation of two of my oldest companions have revealed themselves. I won't mess with your character build right now. I think I'm just going to head back. I think I'm done. Can we negotiate a peace? Oh no, we can wait for the Britannians to negotiate a peace with us, but I can step away from the war front because there's no fear of them attacking any of my empire. Even if they did, they wouldn't be able to do anything. They can't summon an army big enough to defend their own land, so I'm not worried about them. So yeah, one of my parties lost its leader, which was Llewellyn. It will disband after a day has passed. You can assign a new clan member to lead it. Not right now, so we're gonna have to do without having a party leader. Or maybe what I could do... Uh-oh, people are deserting my party? What I could do is create... Oh yeah, this is Llewellyn's old party, so it's called my party now, and it's disbanding. I guess that's totally fine. Or I could change the party leader. I could... Bjorn... You've never been your own independent commander. I know it's the worst time of your life to give you the command of your own party, but now that Llewellyn is gone, and now that I have your son in my party, I don't really need you so much in my party, Bjorn. But I would be missing out on a really good scout. Ari isn't serving a purpose in my party right now. Actually, maybe he is. Maybe he is. He is. He's my engineer. Okay, I'm doing this. I want to keep you around, Bjorn. I want to keep you in my party. Because you really help me. I've given you so many perks that you really help your formation. You help all the men in your formation. It's like one of the big reasons why my infantry formation is just so formidable is because of you, Bjorn, and I want to continue that. So I want you to remain the leader of my infantry formation. So what I'm going to do is change this party leader to JCav. JCav, you are now being given command of your own party. You have really good stewardship, which means that the party that you create will be really big. It'll be a decent-sized party. JCav, you can manage a party of... It says only 20. Are you kidding me? Only 20? What? That can't be right. That can't be right. I refuse to believe that number. But now that you're not my quartermaster, I'm going to make my wife my quartermaster. So I'm below 409. We're down to 378. You were a really good quartermaster, JCav, but you're on to bigger and better things. So let me just dismiss some soldiers that I don't really need, like low-tier soldiers. Don't really need these Nord warriors anymore. I can drop this archer. I could drop these Vigla recruits. Alright, so what? My party size went down by like 20 men. That's not bad. It's not bad. We're getting closer and closer to tier 6, which will increase my party size by 25. That'll increase all of my parties. Every party in my clan will increase by 25 once we hit clan tier 6. So, it's fine. JCav took command of that party. Let me double check to see if the party is still only 20. Nope, it refreshed. 192. That's more like it. I'm stepping away from the Battanian War. I've accomplished what I wanted to accomplish over here. Now my vassals want to declare war on the Western Empire. That is kind of practical because Legetta and Rote, they're both port settlements. So maybe we don't have to fight the Aserai again. Alright, my children are reaching age 2. Oh my god, my daughter's a ginger. Where did that come from? Is she even my daughter? Is she really my daughter? Or did my wife cheat on me? Intelligence and control. Ooh, I'm jealous. She got good ones. Let's see how my son turns out. Alright, vigor, endurance, control, and cunning. It's not bad. I'm about to wrap this one up. I would prefer not to get involved in a war right as I'm about to wrap up an episode, but I guess it doesn't really matter. It'll be automatically resolved in 9 hours. If I don't throw my weight behind this, I can say no unilaterally. All my vassals want to do it, but I could say no. I have enough influence. I'm just not ready for it yet. Not now. Not yet. Let's get the war with the Battanians ended first. I want them to come to me. The war hasn't gone on long enough to be to consider peace. It's only been 2 weeks out of a required 3 weeks. All right, that's fine. We'll just wait it out. We'll wait it out. I'll ignore them, and then maybe the war will just end on its own once we hit the 3-week mark. The only point of this war against the Battanians was to train up Llewellyn's son. That was it. I went over here to recruit the soldiers, and I figured since I was in the area, we can jump on the dog pile and accelerate their collapse a little bit, even though the Sturgians they're about to take Sionon. The last thing that the Battanians will have left is Flinthall Castle. And that's it. That'll be the first faction officially off of the map. Everybody else has been surviving. These factions are very tenacious. The Northern Empire is probably the second weakest. And then maybe the Southern Empire, they've gotten pretty weak now too. And the Western Empire, of all the remaining Imperial factions, the Western Empire is the strongest. Which is pretty funny. It's very interesting. The Khuzaits have kind of stagnated. The Nords have kind of stagnated. The Sturgians, for the most part, have stagnated, but they're only just starting to expand some more. I mean, they do own Gretisford, which is Nordic land. So the Sturgians are doing okay. The second most powerful faction, in my opinion, is the Flandians. I would not enjoy having to get involved in a war with them. And then probably the third strongest are the Asurai still. Then the Khuzaits. Then maybe the Western Empire. Or the Sturgians? I don't really know. It's hard to tell. Everybody's about the same strength. Everybody's relatively strong. Like, the Sturgians, the Asurai, and the Khuzaits are about the same strength. And then the Nords are pretty weak, but nothing has really happened to the Nords. They've been stagnating too. So just a lot of interesting things going on politically, geopolitically. I can't recruit anybody because I'm full up. But I think I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. I hope you don't mind. I tried to give you as much combat as possible. We ended the war against the Southern Empire, and we took Constantinople, which is now up to 871 defenders, so the garrison is all taken care of. We have our alliance with the Asurai, which is going to continue for a decent amount of time, unless I decide to just break it off with them. I have that option, but I would prefer not to do that. Just allow it to die on the vine on its own. So diplomacy solid, our diplomatic situation solid, our empire expanded today. Llewellyn passed away today, so rest in peace, Llewellyn. You were one of my most loyal companions from the very beginning of the campaign, or you're one of my first companions, so it is a shame to lose you, but the time was approaching. At least you didn't die first. I technically died first. I was the first one to die, behind Tyler. So the second one. I was the second one to die. So you were the third to die, Llewellyn. You will be missed, but you will be honored, because your son will take up your name and take up your banner. So I need a name for your son. I need a clan name for your family, so I can eventually land you. And yeah, so a lot got done today. A lot happened today. Fought a bunch of battles. Fought a siege assault. Had a bunch of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, hit that thumbs up button down below. Leave your comments down below, especially my companion. So, clan names from everybody, unless you gave it to me, or just refresher my memory. Give me clan names. I know Abrax responded to me recently, and Arthur responded to me. T-Nex, I've got your clan name because I think it's just your name. You're pretty easy, T-Nex, because everything is just named after you. Very narcissistic, but I'm just kidding. I don't really mean that. And narcissistic in a good way. I'm narcissistic too. I named my son after myself, so I can't really say anything. I would be a hypocrite if I said anything. But yeah, leave your clan names in the comments, guys. I appreciate you joining me. Keep hitting that subscribe button. Let's keep closing in on 3,000 subscribers. We're getting closer and closer every day. So if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I would appreciate it so much. So thank you for being here today. I hope to see you in the next one. Episode 24 will be coming at you soon. But until then, have a good one, guys.